Chaz here with Side Hustle Pros. I wanted to shoot this quick video and just wish you all a happy new year. It is Monday. We've been at the office all morning. We had 40 packages to get out between eBay and Amazon merchant filled packages. So we got all that stuff done out of the way. That way when the post office opens up first thing tomorrow, they're already done. The labels are on there. They're ready to be dropped off. And then we can go out and source more. So I'm going to give people just a quick minute to hop on live here while I pull this up on my computer so I can actually read comments. And we will get this show on the road. So if you are hopping on, welcome, welcome, welcome. Drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the recording of this, you're not going to be able to see the live comments coming in, but I will read them off as we get questions and all that good stuff. So I'm going to keep this fairly sweet, short, sweet, to the point. That way I can get in, get my message in, and then get out, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. It's New Year's. A bunch of you are probably taking some time off. We got a bunch of people from all over the U.S. Brandon White, downtown Portland. Nice. Local. All right. So first of all, guys, like, oh my gosh, so much reflection going on throughout the last year. It's crazy. Like, I feel like I just made this same video a year ago in my car. I did a Happy New Year for 2017, and that was a year ago. And it's crazy. It's already been that long, and it goes by that quick. Jamaica, nice. I love when we get crazy countries in here. Get people from all over the world now. We got Jamaica in the house. Welcome. So, first of all, Happy New Year, and I just want to say thank you guys. Like, seriously, thank you guys. The video I watched of myself doing the Happy New Year from last year, 2017, the first week of January, in that video I had mentioned that we had 18,000 people that were subscribed to this channel, and I checked again, we're just shy of 45,000, which it just blows my mind, guys. Like, 45,000 people hit a button and clicked, yes, I want to watch what these guys are doing. It blows my mind, and every single time I see those numbers, every time I read a comment, every time I get a like on a video, every time that you guys hop on live here, like every time this happens, Tristan and I are beyond grateful for everybody that's supporting this channel, because this channel started as just a personal accountability. I knew that if I put myself out there in the public eye, it would hold me accountable to my goals, my actions, everything that we want to do in this life. And throughout that journey, I had no idea we would be able to help get plugged in with so many people and help create some type of impact, whether it's big or small. The messages that we get on a daily and a weekly basis are just like, you guys, it's freaking amazing. So I thank you all for being subscribed to here, for watching these videos. If you're in our Facebook groups, our VIP group, like, we just thank you guys for being here. Oh, we got a Clackamas, Oregon. That's awesome. I'll actually be up in Clackamas area. I think I'll be touching there tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be doing a Portland meetup soon, so stay tuned if you are local. I'm going to do a Portland meetup pretty soon. So I'll do a YouTube shout out and all that kind of stuff for it. So that's it, guys. Like, I just want to wish you a happy new year. And I did have a few quick tips I want to give you, because I don't like posting videos that are just like, you know, really nothing in there as far as value goes. So yes, I do want to wish you a happy new year. I'm excited for the future. A lot of reflection over the last year. I am going to do a 2017 recap video, the same style that I did with my 2016 one. So I'll share with you guys like what I feel were our biggest struggles, our pain points, areas that we need to improve in. Share with you like the sales number, the profit margin, all that kind of stuff too. Because I honestly, I'm the type, like, I don't care if you guys know our numbers. I don't care if you see what we failed at. Like, I want to share and be open as I can with you guys. That way maybe somebody can take a piece of advice and run with it. But in this video, just real quick, a few key things, because today is January 1st. So here's what's happening. You're going to see on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube world, you're going to see all these crazy big sales numbers going on. Like, oh my gosh, we hit $1 million. We hit $10 million. Like, you're going to see all these big screenshots, right? Do not let yourself for 1 second get caught up in the comparison game. You feel me? Our first instinct is to get so caught up in seeing everyone else's big numbers that we start to belittle ourselves for the accomplishments that we had. Okay? I fell short by about, what was my actual number? I just took it. Let me pull this up real quick. I'll give you guys a little insider. So on Amazon, my goal, we only did 70,000 last year in sales. I'm trying to find where is my screenshot I just took? All right, there we go. So last year, for example, we did 70,000 in sales, and we had an average sale price of, pulled up the wrong one. It was like 20 something dollars for our average sale price. This year, my primary goal was to increase our average sales price. So it's funny for me to look at these numbers now. We sold almost the exact same amount of units, right? It was 2,412 units were sold. For this year was a total of just shy of $95,000 in sales. So in my head this whole time I wanted 100,000. So when I fell short, of course I'm kicking myself in the ass. I'm questioning all the little things I could have done better to make up for those extra $5,000 or $6,000 in sales. And then of course I see other people, they're like, oh yeah, I'm 4 months in, I just did 300,000, 500,000. So of course I find myself even, I'm just being raw and vulnerable with you guys. I find myself even seeing some of these numbers and I'm just like, oh, I should be there. I should have done that this year. But I'm just, you guys, put your foot down. Don't let yourself get caught up in that comparison game. It's so easy to do that game, guys, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it because the second you start to compare yourself, you're going to lose your own motivation. So other people on the flip side, they use that as motivation. So if you see the $500,000 in sales, if you see the million, the 10 million, and et cetera, use that as motivation because there's nothing different than these people are doing than what you're doing, except for the fact that they're just doing more of the same thing. They don't have a secret sauce. They don't have a magic plan. You guys all know this, right? We all expect this like magical formula, this secret product, the best distributor. You guys, the big number players are doing the exact same tasks. They're just doing more of it. So if you're doing Amazon FBA, they're sending in more product. They're buying more product. They probably got a bigger bankroll than you do right now for capital. And that's okay. You build up to it. And on the flip side with eBay, right? You look at the big eBay numbers being thrown out there today. They're listing more. They're buying more. The more you list, the more you buy. Typically, the more you're going to sell with it. It goes hand in hand, right? What was my other point I wanted to draw on that? Completely drew a blank on that. Anyways, so don't compare yourself. That's number one. Just do not compare yourself. I got it. I drew it back. So with the comparison game, you should only be focusing on where you want to go and if you're getting there. Myself, for example, we just had a comment come through. I posted a little time lapse of me and Trista packaging stuff for eBay orders. We had 40 orders go out today, which for us is a great number. Really busy weekend. So we're sitting here packaging. I did a little time lapse, posted it, and somebody had commented and said, that looks like a nightmare with how much you have to work. Or they said, that's a lot of work. That looks like a nightmare. And I commented back immediately because that's our goal. Sure, it's work. Business is work. But we don't have bosses anymore. We both quit our jobs. This is what we do. And because of the work we put into Amazon, eBay, affiliate marketing, the YouTube channel, because of all these outlets that we've developed, we created a lifestyle that we've wanted. So no, we do not do the $1 million sales yet. But we have created a lifestyle where we get to do some traveling every year. We get lots of family time. I don't ever have to report to a boss. I don't have to do any of that stuff that had me so worn down for so many years. So you need to always remember that it's based on what you want out of this life, not what these expectations from other people might be. So if you're only doing $5,000 in sales, if you're only doing 1,000, if you're doing 50,000, I don't care what the number is. As long as you are happy with it, that's all that matters. There's too many people out there that are doing $1 million plus every year, and they're miserable. I've heard so many stories about that, right? Gary Vee talks about that all the time. He knows so many broke-minded, depressed millionaire friends because it's not about the number. It's not about how much you're doing in sales. It's not about how much you're profiting. Of course, profit is important. I know I'm going to get a couple people who are like, well, Chaz, technically profits are very important. Like, of course they are. But you guys know what I mean. You need to develop a lifestyle that you want, and that's all that matters. You should not have to justify yourself to anyone else. That's why when I do videos where I share our numbers and different things like that, I always get people where it's like, oh, you're only doing that much? Like this year on Amazon, we sold just shy of $95,000. And so I'm going to get a shit ton of comments on that video that I'm going to do probably this next week after I run all the eBay stuff. And I'm going to share that number. I'm going to say we did $95,000 in sales. I'm going to get so many comments on that. I already know it. That's all you did? I thought you're up here trying to build an audience of resellers, right? You don't ever have to justify yourself to anyone. And you'll see, I don't justify myself to the trolls. I don't justify myself to the negative comments, and that's okay. You guys need to do the same thing for yourselves. So when you see other people posting these numbers, when you see people doing the big sales, do not compare yourself. As long as you are hitting your goals, no matter how big or small, that's all that matters. Just like Gary Vee says, he would, what was I'm trying to remember the phrase that he used. I don't remember what the exact phrase was, but basically he said, if you're making $40,000 a year and you're happy and you have life balance, you get to go out on family adventures, you get to do a little traveling, and you're happy, you've already won. That's it. You've won. The goal is to be happy. Happiness for some people is doing $10 million a year in sales. Happiness for other people is doing $30K, but they get to have fun with their family every day. So you need to determine what that is for you. And that brings me into number 2. Number 1 is do not compare yourself. Number 2, have clear goals for 2018. One of the biggest mistakes we made in 2017, I'll talk about this on that whole recap video that I'm going to do next week, but the biggest mistake that we made was we had a lot of goals, but they weren't very clear and concise. I remember at the beginning of 2017, I had told myself that I was going to do $1 million in sales, but I never reverse engineered that to create an action plan to do the monthly sales that I needed. I did not have a very clear action plan with the goals. So set your goals now. Sit down. Do not put it off till Monday. Don't put it off till next week. Do it now. When you get done with this video, sit down, create your action plan, write down those goals. Or it's the other way around. Start with your goals. Where do you want to be at the end of the year? And then reverse engineer that, break it down into monthly and weekly and daily action steps that will help you get there. If we would have done that, we would have done way more in our business and in our personal lives than we have this year. But that's the whole point of improving, right? It's progress, not perfection. Number 3, when you set these goals, you know how to get there, right? Especially in business, because that's where most of us are right now on this channel. Most of us are Amazon, eBay people. In this business, it's all a numbers game. All of it. It's a numbers game. If you want to do $100,000 in sales for the whole year on eBay or Amazon or wherever, you have to reverse engineer that. How much is that going to be per month? How much is that going to be per week? How much is that per day? And then you reverse engineer it. And then you can tell yourself on eBay, what's the sell-through rate? It's like 30% is a typical sell-through rate on eBay. Of course, it may fluctuate, but that's like a general number. So if your average sell-through rate is 30%, you have to reverse engineer that and tell yourself, okay, if I want to sell through 30% of my inventory, how many items do I need to list every week to be able to sell through 30% to hit my weekly goal that's going to turn into my monthly sales number and my quarterly and my yearly. So it's all reverse engineering down to the week and the day. because it's those small daily tasks done week by week that are going to help you grow every single month, every quarter, every year. So my last one for you guys is when you set these goals, freaking attack it. Like, you have to get tunnel vision on that thing. And some of you need to do what I had to do at the end of 2016. At the end of 16, I had to sit down and swallow the pill, look myself in the mirror and say, you need to drop a lot of stuff out of your life, and you need to get your blinders on, and you need to focus. Because I was so spread thin between projects and trying to launch new businesses, that I didn't have a personal life. I didn't have a relationship with my wife, a relationship with my son. I had let myself go. I gained 30 pounds that year. I had all this crap that was going on in my life because I was spreading way too thin. So 2017, it took me a while to figure out my own stuff, right? But throughout the first half of 2017, I got a lot better. And then the second half of 2017, the last 6 months, man, I can proudly say I kicked ass. I'm not talking sales numbers. I'm talking like just in general life balance, I kicked ass. I feel like I was there for my family when I needed to be. I took time off when I needed to. I was not spread too thin. I was laser friggin' focused. So your third tip is you need to attack whatever goal it is. I love John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell has this one analogy he uses I love. If you take an axe and you go into a forest and you hit 1,000 trees each one time, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to feel like you're staying busy, but you're not going to get anywhere. But if you take that axe and you go and you narrow that down to 2 or 3 trees and you start hitting those with those 1,000 hits, those bad boys are coming down. You're going to make way more progress focusing than you will spreading yourself thin, right? It's like a shotgun spread versus a sniper attack. You're going to be very, very accurate with a sniper compared to a shotgun. So get in there, stop comparing yourself, write down what you want to accomplish this year, and friggin' attack them. Stop waiting for other people to give you permission to attack your goals. I think a big part of that is the fact that, and I'm talking from experience, everything that comes out of my mouth is from my own experience. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just sharing my own experience. I wish I could go back and like talk to myself 2 years ago because I'm a completely different person than I was back then. Stop giving a damn what people think of you. Stop justifying yourself to other people. I really wish I could tell myself this 2 years ago, guys. I wish you could see who I was 2 years ago. If you live just to be a people pleaser, if you live just to always say yes to everybody and anything, you're never going to be happy. That's where I was a couple years ago. I can honestly sit here and say I was not entirely happy with myself because I was saying yes to everything and everyone and never putting myself and my family first. You need to sit down, get your shit together, stop caring what people think, and live your life. Too many people are acting like life is a car, right? You want to hear some cheesy phrase I heard one time, but it's so true. Stop being the passenger of your own vehicle. Think about it. So many people are sitting in their own car in the passenger seat because they're afraid that if they take the wheel, they might be judged. Family is going to judge you. Friends are going to judge you. People on the interwebs are going to judge you. I'm going to get so many thumbs down on this video, just like most of them do on any YouTuber's video. And that's okay, because I'm living my life the way I want to, trying to preach and help as many people as I can. My tribe is going to come. I know that. I'm not going to be friends with everybody. I know that if I just put out my message, my way, on my terms, my tribe will come. And they have. We have such an amazing community here, guys. That's all I got for you. It's 2018, baby. You got to get up, know what you want to get, and go get it. No more sitting around. No more being lazy. No more procrastinating. You got projects. You got passions. Get up and get them. This has been Chaz. Peace out. I love y'all. I'll see you next time.